Welcome everybody to the Adventures on Tap Twitch stream where we're playing Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk. This is our weekly Wednesday game that we get going at 7:30 until 10:30. If you're not familiar with us, first of all, welcome to our channel. But we are a Central Florida organization that predominantly puts on tabletop role-playing game events in breweries in the greater Orlando area, and we support charities through those events where our ticket costs, but also donation raffles and everything at those events go fully towards a charity of the month. So this is, I don't know, probably our third month into waiting the seas of Twitch, and we still keep up that structure in that we support Child's Play, which is our stream charity. That'll be every time, for the time being, every time where we're donating to, and you can do that at the bottom right hand corner, donate to Child's Play. That will affect our game as well. So once you do so, we'll figure out what happens then. But if you're not familiar with Child's Play as well, simply put, they are a nationwide charity organization that gamifies recovery for children in children's hospitals. We specifically support the Central Florida chapter, but please consider donating. They are a great organization in general. They've been very kind to us, and we've raised a lot of money for them. So we want to have that continued support uh, through Twitch. So thank you for joining. If it's your first time, we also have a YouTube, youtube.com/adventure or AOT Orlando. And you can find our previous sessions, as this session we are on is session 18. So without further ado, what we typically do before we get into our session is go around the table and ask everybody, who they are, which we are all DMs, by the way, hence our DM series of being Oops All DMs, with Adventures on Tap, that is. But we're going to ask who they are and what they're drinking tonight. So we're going to start at our virtual table with Garrett here on the left of me, going around counterclockwise.
Hello, I am Garrett. And hey, real quick, just to let you know, since our Cthulhu stream on Monday, we are up to $344 raised for Child's Play just through our Twitch alone.
Nice.
Yes, I am Garrett. I am playing Nib Farkle. I am a goblin blood hunter. And tonight I am drinking Funky Buddha Floridian wheat beer. And they are out of Oakland Park, I believe, if I'm reading that correctly. So I don't think I've ever had this before, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, and I am Ken, and tonight I will be playing Tragol Evelov, the Shadar-kai monk from the Shadowfell. And tonight I am drinking the Altamont Vampire. This is from my friends Sean, Lexi, and Megan over at Hourglass in Longwood. So stop by and have a vampire.
And my name is Chris, and I am playing Ragnar, the human barbarian. And I am drinking a blackberry mead that I made at home.
Hey, I'm Ferg. Tonight I'm drinking. I forget the name of the beer, but it's Veterans United out of Jacksonville, veteran-owned company. It's Wacky Badger. And yeah, it's IPA. Looking forward to it.
And I am Kyle, and I'm playing Sky Spirit Flight. And I went with an old reliable Orange Crush from Hidden Springs Aleworks. I need it right now.
Nice. And last but not least, I am Joe, and I'm the DM for this specific weekly series. I was, of course, not thinking to grab beer. However, work did absolutely bend me over today, so I'm not opting for water. I am actually drinking a Japanese whiskey called presumably Kaigen.
Weird name.
Why does the virtual background always mess with us? But yeah, so
And sporting a
hopefully.
beautiful Baphomet shirt.
Oh, I forgot what I was wearing. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. It's like a Tugboat Willie, Satanic Symphony.
Huh.
Very
For you
nice.
metalheads or Baphomet fans, but yeah, so that's what I'm drinking tonight, and I'll be the GM. So at every single one of our events, including our Twitch streams, before we hop into adventure, we do a cheers. So grab your closest beverage, whether that's water, beer, etc., and join us at the count of three, saying to adventure. So 3, 2, 1,
To
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 adventure.
adventure.
All right. So, um, with episode 17 aptly named Boss on Break, Wolves Clocked In, our adventurers clashed with King Grol and his relentless minions. As the battle raged on, they managed to cut down some foes, but the tide quickly turned when the king unleashed a powerful spell, reshaping the battlefield. Now, with the party teetering on the brink of death and even more enemies standing in their way, survival hangs on by a thread. And specifically, with our wolf enemies here really picking on Sky. Let's see if he'll survive this session, but we are continuing on with a boss battle session. So let me bring y'all to the battle map. Alright. Alright, so we pick up ending Sky's last turn, which I believe he made another attempt to try to convince the Wolves to stop attempting to tear him to pieces, and he unfortunately failed. Moving on to the biggest Wolves' turn, Snarl, the dire wolf, and as expected, he is going to take a bite.
Joe, real quick, you said you screenshotted the previous order? Is this correct still? Did you change it back?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks for double checking though. Ooh boy.
Trying to avoid Kyle dying, that's all.
No, I thank you, thank you.
No, he just rolled a nat 20. It's okay.
No, you didn't.
No,
No.
but a dirty 21.
Oh, that,
So that
yeah, it hits.
that hits, and for 10 piercing damage. Yep, so Sky is unconscious.
Oh no.
So we're gonna put him.
No,
I can
Sky.
find a token.
I feel like he didn't help us at all, but Sky, no!
You did so little, but we still miss you greatly.
You did so little, but it's greatly.
I did less than little. Wait, I'm dead.
So yeah, that ends Snarl's turn with ripping at the jugular of Sky. Fortunately, not deep enough for a fatal wound, but enough to where Sky has collapsed with the immense blood loss that he's been experiencing amidst the rip and tear of these two wolves, which brings Ragnar up for his turn. Oh, now the marker wants to work when we put on the stream. Is it messing you guys up?
It just moved for me, yeah.
Okay. But how's y'all's performance? Sorry, breaking
I know when I roll.
immersion here, real quick.
Yeah, we'll find out a little bit later.
Talk to
Yeah.
me soon, because I'm gonna attack the king, my action and my bonus action.
Is that the
Alright.
king?
Yeah.
What's that?
First one is
On
21
him.
to hit.
King is here.
Oh.
21 does hit.
Second one is a natural 20.
Damn, boy.
So
Oh.
first damage, not then crit, is 11 piercing damage. Second one is gonna be oh my goodness, 8 to oh I'm sorry, that's 13 on the first one, 10, 12 on the second one, so 25 piercing damage total.
God damn. This I know this is like borderline the continual joke from my end, but this mid max level 4? Yeah, reaping crazy damage.
Are we level 4? Oh yeah, I don't even have my. No, we're level 3 still. Wait.
He's not dead. I don't know why I did that. Let me.
Yeah, we're level 3.
Yeah. Also, yes, Roll20 is not having a good time.
Okay. So let's just pause here for a second. Let me turn those back off. So while we, go through that, just to fill everybody in terms of why I'm breaking immersion. Last session, we realized that one of the scripts I enabled in Roll20 was a big issue for our performance for a lot of the players, for which I found a workaround. But when we tried to test it before getting into session today, it wasn't working. And of course, right when we go live, now it's working. So
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
doing
horrible,
is just
please.
removing the markers and animations. So refresh your Roll20. Let me see if it well. Let me see if it works for me. Yeah, markers no longer. Oh no, I see the marker. Oh boy.
You lied. It's still there.
You may have to reload the
Wait,
roll
I
20
think it's actually gone now.
for it to take effect.
Yeah, I
You rolled
reloaded in
D20.
it.
Ah, yes, that's much better.
Yeah, it's because I stopped Combat Master. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still doing it. All right, let me
Oh, but it's
disable the
still
script
screwed.
again, and we'll figure this out next session, I guess. So now, refresh your session again, and Combat Master should be gone. However, with me disabling it, I do not know the freaking turn order. I had the screenshot, but then I closed it when I didn't need it anymore. Wasn't anticipating it to disappear. Alright. Give me 1 second. So it was on to Ragnar. We'll add him. Snarl had already passed. Turn. I believe these guys are at the bottom.
King Grol is 22. Nif is 20.
Tregal was 8 and change.
Yeah, the unfortunate means is I don't know what that is in relation to everything else we don't know,
Yeah.
I'm looking up the where we ended stream last time.
Ooh, yeah, that's a great idea. If you can
So,
give me it from
Yep.
basically where we ended, I would imagine. I can rearrange the order there.
So Nif is at 20. One of the hobgoblins is at 19. Another hobgoblin is 17, and a third one is 15. Barry 17.
Barry is 17.
Barry 17. Yep. Ebel is 14.
Okay.
The small wolf is 13.5. Sky's 13, and then the big wolf is 12.
Okay, and then Ragnar came after.
Or
So
big
it's-
wolf is 12.5. Ragnar's 12.
Okay, that's fine. So.
Then after Ragnar, come on, video. Another hobgoblin is at 11.
Yeah, I think we might have the appropriate order here.
And
No.
I just don't have Trigal.
Yeah, Tregal was at 8.
8.
Oh, okay.
Did I add Trigal to the turn order? How fun is this? You guys having fun? I guess it's predominantly just me.
When the
Y'all are
math is
spitting on
mathing.
me.
Maybe
Yeah.
it is. She's spinning circles.
All right, so I think we got everybody's exchanging. Yep. Okay, so on to Ragnar. All right, now Ragnar, what was the damage you did?
25
25.
piercing.
25. Nice. All right. Okay. So you and King Grol are in an immense fight, clashing against each other with his great sword slamming down on you as you block it with your pickaxes, immediately finding openings to take 2 hits that land into him. And as each of those hits land, with the last one, you see his face, already pure with hatred, seems to brighten even further with a more livid intensity as his veins start pulsing thicker and glowing with a green hue, as his eyes burst with a lot stronger ethereal mist, as he seems to be severely pissed off. He is also getting an additional turn. Which leaves him at 6. Fortunately, it's no time soon. So does that end your turn?
Yep, that's it for me.
Alright. Tregall, you are up.
All right. Well, I seem to be doing this a lot this fight. Oh, just a point of order. Somebody I don't see on the map that we had on the map before was Gundren. I don't know
He's
if
under Ebel.
Okay. I don't know if we had him on the turn
We
order
did.
or not. Okay.
I believe he was very low anyway.
Yeah. I
Let's put him at 7.
Okay, as a free action, since it's my turn, I'll look at Gundren and say, "Can you heal?"
Oh, that's me. Give me a second. I don't believe so.
Okay.
No, brother.
Then
Nope. Just this club that I found. Well, piece of wood.
then I look at him and Ebel and I say, "Cover me. I'm gonna try to render aid to Sky." And
Ebel
so
covers you with everything other than an actual action.
I will kneel down and I'll use my action to make a medicine check to try to stabilize Sky, keep him from dying. I don't have any healing magic
Okay.
or any potions, so
Well, maybe he'll roll a natural 20 and give him 1 health point.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, so
You never know.
here we go. 7.
Yeah, tracks.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
Um,
Apologies, you touched me.
then I will. Then with my bonus action, I will. Oh crap! Do I have any key points? I may not have any key points.
It's funny seeing your daughter just randomly appearing and just being like,
Yeah, she's like,
out of
"Ah!"
darkness.
I do have a key point, so I will do. I think I have to spend a key point for this to do a patient defense. So I'm spending the key point, and now I'm just going to keep that little shadow, icon on my token. So I am taking the dodge action as a bonus action, and so anybody trying to attack me has disadvantage. But I can't move because of the opportunity attack, so I can't drag Sky out of there. So that's it. I guess that's all I can do.
Okay. Alright. Give me 1 second. Alright, so we're going to go on to King Grol's turn.
Ooh, that guy sucks. Skip him.
Boo. Oh, wow. When you switch between pages, all of your little minimized character sheets go away. Makes sense, but did not realize that would.
Oh, and do remember that Barry is best friends with him.
Yeah, correct.
No, I dropped that.
Oh?
Well, this can't
Yeah,
possibly
'cause
go
you
poorly.
had,
Also, I've attacked him.
Well,
it
if
was
I
just
remember
with Barry.
correctly, this wasn't a concentration, right? I mean, I think we rolled.
No, the
spell didn't-
spike growth is a concentration.
Yeah, but you're saying you dropped your charm?
Yeah, because he was just killing us anyway. So
Also, I attacked him.
But he was friendly to you.
Well,
No,
and the spike growth is going to hurt the king.
Oh, true.
So,
Once he gets hurt by
yes.
Barry.
Valid point.
Yeah.
Yep.
and that would be an effect from Barry. So that would end.
Where's these stupid hearts? Alright, so he's not charmed.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
So, like, during this altercation with you, Ragnar, you know, you notice that he moved with a ferocity that was intense but calculated. That now you see, like, the way he reacted after the last hit, that, like, he is absolutely fuming and not being as calculated. It's more reckless, and not hint he's a barbarian or something, but recklessly going about his actions as he yells from the top of his lungs, going and slamming down his sword into the ground as his eyes just make a large flash of energy in a 15-foot cone in front of him, which is also going to affect the people that is on his side. So that's going to hit at least Nif and Ragnar. Give me 1 second. Have to roll the thingy.
Oh my gosh!
Why? Why so many?
Oh, it didn't. Usually those are supposed to whisper to me and hide the rolls. But anyways, go ahead, Nif and Ragnar, and I also have to do the same for the others, but roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, God.
Oh, you also see that too? Usually they
I can
whisper.
see
the
to
whole
me,
thing.
so.
I think it's because you're not using combat.
No, you know what? I had to add this manually. I think
That's a
what
16 for me.
Oh my God, my minus. My minus screwed me.
Oh, but you're
that's-
fine. No,
No.
it's DC
But
at
your
13.
total is 14.
meets a
Oh,
beat.
is it
Totally.
13? I thought it was. Oh, that's the damage.
Yeah, the
Oh,
damage.
thank God.
So y'all clearly see what the description of the spell is. So on a failed save, you would have took full damage. Fortunately, you passed and were not confused. However, the damage is halved. And that's it. So the damage is halved. So it was 16 psychic damage.
Psychic.
So I also have to do the same. Please hold.
Like,
For...
is not the one that I'm resisting.
I'm
would
down.
that be 8 for them?
You only
Yeah,
take
it's
8.
That'd be 8.
Garrett.
It's 8.
half.
Garrett, not
16 half. Sorry.
That's all I was making sure.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying.
Sorry, I thought you were
So
saying
I said
16
half,
is
but
the
I...
half amount.
Yeah,
No,
There's a lot of
my
dice.
bad.
I believed him.
That's
My
yeah.
bad. So they fortunately passed as well. However, doesn't even matter. They died.
What the heck just happened?
This guy and this guy. Oh, I didn't even think about it, but Snarl is also part of that.
Ooh.
Alright, he did not pass. And that actually does take out Snarl.
Yes.
Nice.
So
He's doing more
you
work than we are.
So you see him slam, like taking his blade hilt and slamming into the ground as the sword lights up, but the energy courses through from the ground into the sword and out through his eyes as a mental blast of conal green energy just shoots forward from his sword and eyes, taking an immense effect on apparently his compatriots, and y'all also as well. But they didn't even live to be confused. So that is his turn.
They just
Oh,
died
wait,
in
actually,
confusion.
no, that was one. Scratch that. He's going to then follow or turn. Fuck, where is it? Yeah. So Ragnar, go ahead and roll a strength save.
All right, now we're talking.
There's no way I feel this, right, guys?
Well, let's never say never.
Natural 20.
All right.
Jeez.
Oh.
I'm ready
Yeah.
These
for
rolls.
damage.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
You need to give Kyle
You
some
would have
of
gotten
I need
the other one
something,
anyway.
please.
But a natural 20, I would say. Something has to come of that. I would say so. He was essentially trying to telekinetically shove you again. However, it was not successful. That you are you make your stance to hold through it again, but with such stalwart strength that somehow it has a reverse effect on him. Let's see if it just throws him backward.
Every force has an opposite and equal reaction.
Yeah, if it does, get ready with those damage dice, Ferg, from that.
Fortunately, he rolled a 16, so he was
darn.
good on that.
Phooey.
Does
Figured
spike
it out
growth
when
count
I
if they're
or
forced
something.
into the area?
Yeah, I think so.
Because there's a spell that doesn't, right?
Yeah, Spirit
Uh,
Guardians.
Spirit Guardians.
Yeah, Spirit Guardians doesn't.
Yeah, spike growth is anything in there that moves. Doesn't.
Any movement.
Yep.
All right.
The only move that probably wouldn't count is a teleport, if you could teleport out of it.
Yeah.
All right. So we're moving on to Nif.
All right. So cool thing. I was just double checking my bloodlust thing, so I have to make a DC 8 Wisdom save. And then also I noticed because I am in my hybrid transformation, I have resilient hide. So that means I'm resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, as long as they're non-magical and non-silver. So I'm probably not as dead as I am now, but you live and you learn, or die and
more
you
you
learn.
know.
We'll see.
This is while you're in your lichen form, is that
Correct.
Well, half
So,
lichen.
I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw. That's not great. That's a 9. However, it's a DC 8, so I keep my thoughts, and I'm just gonna go. Oh, there's spike growth. All right, I'm just gonna go over and try and help up Sky. Then, excuse me. I'm gonna try and help Sky. My medicine is not great, but it's something. That's an 8. Okay. And then what can I do as a bonus action?
Big Wolf is dead. So
Yeah, yeah, but even if I move a step closer, I'm not in the.
I will
growth.
say, I mean, I think it's reasonable that this large creature has fallen on top of these spike rows and is thick enough to, unless you want to rule that they're pretty along there, Barry, that would be safe ground for anybody to walk over. But that would, if we go with that, that would apply to both monsters and players. But I'll welcome that as an option if that's what we want to proceed with.
I was just saying that, like, right here, there's no spike growth, so you
Right,
can just walk
yes,
right there.
If anything, I need to be in melee distance to this guy.
I think
And
you would
so I
be
would need to be in the
adjacent.
spike growth, but if we rule that the body...
Or you could
I'm
just
down.
step over. You could move into Sky's area and attack him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the second wolf.
Also,
I was focusing on Grol.
Oh,
Oh. Okay.
You could also
sorry.
go
So I thought you
up
were going for
to-
the wolf. My bad.
yeah.
No. You're good. I was trying to think of Grol because I was going to try and like push him or something just to get some spike growth at him. But I did that, and so I do have 2 I've been fighting. That's only if I attack with the first. Otherwise, my bonus actions are nothing. So yeah,
Well, if you have a ranged weapon, you can shoot him.
as a bonus action,
You haven't
As an
taken an
action.
action yet.
He
have you?
did. He did this massive.
I did the medicine check.
Oh.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'm done. I got nothing I can do.
Philly.
Yikes. All right, on to Miles Shack, which is he's dead. So Barry, you're up. Which reminds me,
Sick,
we're gonna
alright.
take Vraz out as well.
All right, I'm gonna try some shenanigans. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna move down here, 5, 10. And then I gave myself the liberty of the popcorn advantage, if that's okay, since we didn't remember where it was last time.
Yeah.
I think we definitely need to track more.
Okay. Yes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip at the king with advantage. And that's a crit.
Nice.
Let's go. Okay.
Always.
noise.
We need
All
it.
right, so- All right, so that's 1d6. Did the other one go through yet?
I only have 1d6 then. Alright,
Okay,
8
so-
damage.
8 damage. As Ragnar, a giant vine just lashes around the king, grabs him by the neck, and is going to pull him 10 feet closer towards me as well. So he's going to take 4d4 extra from the spike damage.
Nice.
You're like heel
Not
hauling
a
this guy across
perfect
these
angle,
spikes.
so I'm guessing you're doing it to Virith.
Yes,
was?
that's where I was going with that.
Go ahead and roll. Boy, oh boy.
And that's 12 points of additional piercing damage.
Nice move, man. I imagine this as like, I guess, how do you want to flavor your Thorn Whip as a turtle?
Oh, yeah, it's just like a massive vine that kind of shoots out from my staff. It's kind of an extension of the wooden staff, and
Nice.
it just lashes around his neck, and you see like the thorns just like grip him, and he's getting pulled like backwards through the spike growth.
Get
Nice.
over here.
Yes,
Hey.
exactly. Some scorpion.
That's yeah, again, that's an awesome move. As a result of him not only struggling with being strangled by this thorn whip, but being dragged through all of these spikes splintering out of the ground as he passes over, he is in a bloodied condition.
Yay. Hooray.
No, I say bloodied, but just so everybody knows, I guess on the stream as well, we're not necessarily playing a condition, it's just me communicating that he looks like he's about to die.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever clarified that.
Okay, and then I will save my. I will stay here, and I will save my other stuff. Since I casted the cantrip. Let me remove the popcorn. For popcorn, I can pass it. You let me pass it around to whoever, correct?
Yep. Yep. Once you use it, you pass it to whomever, including me, if you wanted to.
No, I think we're good this time. I will pass it to Sky, so
Yeah.
that if they can use it on a death save if they need to.
Yeah.
Yes, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. So on to Tharglock. He's
What'd you
going
just call me?
to. What's that?
I said, "What'd you just call me?"
So he sees, despite him, I believe, if I remember correctly from last session, he was taking arrow shots. He's going to use his bonus action to swap to a longsword. Refresh me on what you can you to swap weapons.
You can just
we said
drop,
it was
That's a
you can
free.
just drop a weapon and pull a weapon, and it's not a bonus action. If you just are gonna throw down the bow and grab a sword.
I like that idea. Yeah, he's
Free.
gonna do that.
I hope you do. I think it was your idea.
Yeah, but the great thing about my memory is I don't remember these things. So he's gonna see King Grol being pulled by this thorn whip across all of these spikes, and make a quick processing that it's stemming from this turtle druid that's just to his left, as he drops his bow and pulls out his longsword and starts sprinting towards you and takes a swipe with his longsword. And as that's also happening, you hear King Grol mutter through the struggle, "Rip and tear!" as he gets an extra D4 for
He also
leadership.
takes damage from the.
Takes damage.
Yeah,
from
would
what?
he take damage from the spike
Oh!
growth because he moved out of
From
that
the
area?
scary circle.
Yeah,
That's
it
right.
might seem like I am trying to avoid reminding y'all. I just keep forgetting that this damn spike growth is here and screwing myself over. So, yeah, he does take damage.
5 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Falls over dead. Falls over dead.
It doesn't fall over dead, but
Dang
my
it.
God, is he's getting stabbed on his way out of the circle, with pure focus to land this hit, where he's definitely in a critical condition, as he's just pouring blood all over the floor as he leaves the circle. He's still managing to let off this longsword attack with an added D4. Well, I don't think that's even good enough with the D4, and it makes sense with his condition. So he rolled a 6 plus the D4, which was 2, which was 8. So woo me. So yeah, he goes and attempts to try and swing this longsword at you, and as that happens, the foot that for which he was pivoting from to make the swing with the longsword is impaled with one of the spikes just as he's leaving him with a bad footing, taking a swing and a miss. Onto Ebel.
All right. Well, since we're all trying, it's like, listen, if Dad's giving it a try, you don't know crap about medicine. I'm gonna give it a try too. And let me pull up his character sheet. Sorry.
If
My God, is he
apples-
just labeled Goblin? How rude.
So many medicine
Yeah, I
rolls.
just give him a nameplate, but same stat block.
It's wisdom.
He was. May I remind you, this was not a special character that you all made through RP.
Oh, it went advantage for some reason. So it looks like 1 was first.
It's interesting. How do you get a 1 but not a natural 1? Oh, you have
Well, because he rolled a
negative
2
1
and a minus
wisdom.
1.
Yeah.
Alright,
So
no more
fortunately, I
medicine
didn't do
checks.
anything
I
bad.
said I don't know
but-
anything about this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Guys,
just like Ebel
Can
is
we
just
worry
like
about the
patting
people
his
in front
body,
of
like,
us?
Hey, bros, I will take care of Sky. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't think we can do any bonus actions then. So, all right. He's like, sorry, guy.
Not an expert, but usually you heal people after the fight's won. Get over here.
Not if they just die before you can get to them.
All right, we're gonna move on to Ripper, which he has a blue dot on him. Oh, I would guess, being that it's now rotated back to his turn, and that effect has been gone. That was from Barry's seasonal thing. I'm removing the blue dot. Ripper then looks to his closest target and growls and takes a bite at Tregal with disadvantage, being that he's in the dodge action. So he got a 13. So that does not hit. Yeah, I have y'all crapping your pants. You and Sky. I mean, Sky, I think, inevitably was crapping his pants going into the session, but.
I think it's great how we have all the people with the lowest health all in the same corner. I think this is a good idea.
Well,
On to Sky.
I mean, I think we're all health.
Yeah, y'all are all. Well, to be fair, everybody's doing rough, enemies
Mhm.
included. So Sky, go ahead and make your first death save.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's a Constitution saving throw, correct?
I believe from the
I believe it
character sheet
is.
it said death save, but yes.
Oh, there is a button. I just have to look.
Oh, one
That
frowny
is a
face.
fail.
With the popcorn inspiration, is that a reroll or is that
Yeah,
it
yeah.
applies to everything.
that
Similar.
a reroll?
That's why you gave it to you.
I'm gonna use it. Wild thought on that 4.
Nice.
A
Better.
success.
I'm
Yeah,
happy.
nice. Nice.
That is slightly better.
You don't
Everybody
get
gets 1.
one of our new symbols added to your thing. You have successfully passed. You have
The-
2 more. Let's see.
The popcorn is going to go to
Me.
wrong Niff, not Dirty Niff.
To me.
Dirty Nip is dead.
Thank you.
Well, he might be making death saves. We don't know. He may be the big bad in disguise.
Yeah, I'm
Snarl
ready.
is dead. On to Gundren. Gundren is going to move up and make a strength check as Sky is double his size. So he's able to. Oh, you know what? Oh, I already rolled it. I don't know why I was pulling him out. I know that you guys were trying to pull him out, so that's what he's gonna do.
Okay.
And pull him back here, and then he has 5 more movement to then get back into the room. On to King Grol. Alright, he's going to
Why does he have 2 turns?
Second phase.
because he is
He's got
yeah,
a
it's the
special
second phase.
raging thing. Yeah.
I forget what I read it somewhere. It was
Yeah,
some
what's it
sort
called?
Of, yeah,
I can't remember the word right
I'm
now.
brain farting.
I
Figured
know.
I
He has
just
a pull of health,
expansive
and once he
action,
gets through
essentially.
that pull of health, it starts a new phase where he gets a different
Yeah.
ability.
Apologies,
think
I'm a
of
bit
it right now.
distracted over here.
Paragon monster. He's a Paragon monster. Anyways, so he does not get his recharge.
That's good.
Works for y'all.
Small blessings.
Yeah. Where is he? Oh yeah, he was dragged down here. So is he restrained?
No, he just gets pulled.
Just gets pulled. Okay. So I think naturally, as a result of being severely pissed off, he is going to channel his rage towards you, Barry, taking 2. Actually, 1 slam with his great sword. Oh wow, both of those are the same. So does 13 hit? No, it does not, because you are a turtle. So he attempts to make a footing to then grab his great sword by 2 hands as he was being drugged. He only was still holding on with one. As he goes to try to swing, doesn't get a good grip of the sword and misses you. As he also takes an attempt to telekinetically shove you, which he also. Oh, never mind. Excuse me. That is a strength save. Nope. Excuse me again. I rolled a telekinetic projectile, which he missed with the 13. I was wondering why there was a number I was referencing. So yeah, he did not have good turn there, but reasonable for being dragged through spikes. Ragnar, you are up.
I am going to
Wait,
use...
before your turn, I'm going to willfully drop concentration on spike growth. Unless can you attack adjacently here, Chris?
Yeah, I can still hit him.
Okay, then I'll keep it up, but if you need
Yeah,
to
you can keep it
move,
up.
let me
I'm not
know and
going
I'll
to
drop
attack
it.
him, no. I'm
Oh,
going
okay.
to take my
That
action
and you wouldn't
and...
be able to break it until your turn, right? And if you took damage.
I think
But you didn't take
concentration
damage.
you can break at any time. I mean we can look it up, but
That is new to me, but if you find the rule, I'm happy to allow.
Do they specify that? It's Wizard of the Coast.
I'll look
it's
it up.
not.
It's not my turn. I'll look it up.
I feel
They
like
probably kept it
it's
vague.
rare that anything really happens out of your turn in combat, but unless
But
it's like reaction.
I'm going to use my action and my bonus action to drink both of the health potions that I got.
Just pull it out of your 30 sacks. It's in
One of my
the
30
25th
sacks
one
has
down.
2 of these potions. I'm just going to rip them out and drink them. So I only have to roll for 1.
I think you could
Correct.
probably just
One is full.
smash the
other is
bag,
rolled.
break them, and then just squeeze the bag.
Yeah, as a reminder, in case well, you can't really do it here, but as a reminder, I guess to all, I'm playing. We've ruled the Baldur's Gate theory of chucking potions and having area of effect of a 20-foot square. Well, 20 in total squares, so 4 blocks to then have that effect for the roll. Have you rolled and healed yet?
No, so my roll for the bonus action is 6 plus 2, so it's 8. So I get 18 health back.
All right, nice,
Is-
bro, nice.
Jesus Christ. Drop my phone.
Really, the creator can end concentration
At any time.
at any
No
time.
action required.
Huh.
That is from that. It's the same in the 2024 and the 2014 rules.
I was not aware, but now I know,
And that is it. for
and
the
I'll
regular.
probably forget anyways.
I should get
Put that on
the
my
more you
players
know
again.
graphic.
yes.
All right, so sorry, Ragnar, what did you say?
No, that's it. I just chug those 2 potions, and that ends my turn.
Okay. On to
Also,
Trigo.
I should not have... Is the red dot the reckless
Correct.
attack one? I need to remove that. Oh, I almost killed myself. In game.
Okay. How's this wolf looking? Looking pretty rough.
He's got some wounds that he's dealing with, like kind of favoring a certain paw, but he seems fine.
I look over at Epple and I say, we got to take him out. And so I am going to attack. I don't have any key points, so I'm just going to do attack and bonus action attack. So my first attack is an 18 for 5 points of damage. And my second attack, 6. That was a miss. So I hit him once for 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And this, I'm gonna remove this because I don't have the dodge action anymore. And yeah, I don't have enough hit points to try to run out of his bite range, so I'm just gonna stay put.
Okay. I mean, assuming you wanted to, if you have key points, just as a reminder, you have that flight of the whatever, right?
Well, I don't need a key point. I do have the Blessing of the Raven Queen where I can teleport, but if I teleport away, then that leaves Epple and Nif, without me to potentially help them take this guy down. So,
Okay.
as long as we're not having to deal
Yeah,
with
we
the king,
should be
I'm
good.
not
He's
gonna-
almost dead.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to teleport away unless it's getting away from the king. And I'm done.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Damn it, I did it again. Backing out of the battle map by accident. Closed all my sheets. It's great. Alrighty, on to King Grol's second, well, technically first turn. Second
Boo.
turn already happened. So he is going to roll another d6. He did not get his recharge. He is going to take Jeez, man. Okay. So both of his actions, he chose to, or action and bonus action was to use his telekinetic projectile again, trying to rip items either from the wall or on the ground to then throw at both Ragnar and Barry. But being in such a critical state, you see the energies from his eyes kind of like flickering, giving moments of lapse of power.
Can I opt in to let him hit me with it?
I don't know if I even want to.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him.
Whatever he's gonna throw at me, I want to like not move, but
You
open
could just
myself
move.
to get hit by it.
You should have moved.
Sorry. What is your plan? I can let it hit you.
Yeah,
But
I
you're
just
saying
wanted
you're
to
to
hit
do
me.
what?
I'm gonna open myself up to be hit by whatever he's throwing at me.
Okay. Well then you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna regret this decision someday.
Failed successfully.
Anytime
For why
Chris
I do
like
this.
pitches like negotiates, I'm worried.
There's a reason for why I do this. It's
All
a
right.
simple reason. I have to keep my rage up.
Listening to madness.
It's true.
That makes sense.
Yeah, 2024, you'll be happy to know that barbarians don't have to.
Yep.
Do
Yeah.
that
And you
anymore.
can choose what you want when you rage. So I can go
Yeah.
a totally different totem if I want.
Ooh. Wild
Yeah,
magic
Maybe
every time.
in the second half of the game we'll try to go full 2024, but I believe
went
we
totem?
overruled that the last time.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Damn, you're gonna be unkillable.
I say we, but I guess technically I did. But
And there could always be a expansion point.
Yeah, Joe, you're the DM. You can use the royal we. We have
the
decided.
royal we have decided.
However, we
It's true.
insist that when you refer to yourself, you now use the term one.
Okay.
One decides.
The one person that decided that was me. Anyways, Nif, it's on to your turn.
All right. Seeing as you guys got that guy handled, I'm gonna just go kill this wolf real quick. So I'm just gonna use. Oh, apologies. I'm still below, so I need to make a wisdom save. I guess it doesn't matter because I'm gonna go towards him anyway.
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
What a-
All right. I'm
what a
very much in
waste.
control of my own destiny. All right, so I'm going to attack him with my hybrid form predatory strikes, using both my action and bonus action. So first one is a 23 to hit. Second one is a 11 to hit.
First one hits.
All right, and we'll do some damage. That's going to be 6 damage. And there was something else. I can only use that once. Can I only do the Crimson Right once? No, I can do that
I wouldn't
whenever.
worry about it.
Ooh, yeah.
Use
No,
that
I'm not going
to
to do that because I have to do damage to myself to do that too. So, yeah. 6, or I guess 4. Why did it give me 2 plus 2? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, 4 damage. Apologies.
Yep, got it. That was more than what was needed to kill him.
Yes.
So you see Ripper snarling, barking at Tregal as he takes a bite at him. Tregal limply, if that's even a word, but seems to be in a bad state. Dodges out of the way of the bite, but seems to be struggling, as you are as well. But you muster up the strength through your lycanthrope anger as you run on all fours at full speed, jumping into the air and taking one slash at the Ripper's throat.
Just
The
slice
Ripper,
its
the
head right
wolf's
off.
throat. Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I actually kill? I did kill it. Okay, cool.
You did. What do you want to move? Because you still have, I think, like.
Yeah, I
half
still
your-
have most of my movement, but moving into the spike growth probably not a good idea. Moving towards Grol, so I might get hit. Not a good idea. So I'll just chill here for a second. So I'm good.
All right, on to Barry.
Alrighty. Barry's gonna pull out a orange leaf from one of his pouches and kind of snap his fingers, and I'm gonna produce flame. And I'm going to hurl it and make a ranged spell attack at. I guess it's range, not melee. Does it work the same way as like a missile, like a ranged missile attack, where I would have disadvantage, or there's not anything like that for spells?
Is it a
Anybody know?
ranged spell or a melee spell?
A ranged spell.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you have the disadvantage. If it requires a ranged attack roll, it would be disadvantage, just like using a melee or a ranged weapon.
Okay, then I will move 1, 2 spaces, and I'll provoke the opportunity attack from that fella.
That feller over there. Dang, man. I mean, you might as well just provoke opportunity attacks all the time. Your AC is so high for your level. He did a 17, so that does not hit.
Oh, nice. I got lucky. Then I will use my ranged spell attack and try and hurl this fire towards that guy.
Hurl it towards King Grol, presumably.
No, that one.
Oh, Tharglock.
Farglock, yes. A 23. I'm assuming that hits.
Yep, it sure
So he'll
does.
take 1d8 of fire damage. And it's an 8.
Nice.
Nice. That was certainly double the amount of what was needed there. So how does that look?
It just again, he just like snaps his finger and just kind of like from his hands he just burst out flame, almost like a little flamethrower out of his hand, and you just see it like just coalesce all over his face, and he screams, burning out his eyes as he falls to the ground.
With just a little pop pop.
Yeah. Okay, and I'll stay here for right now. Because Ragnar's still able to move within this area. So, let me make sure I'm not missing anything.
My God, the bodies are disappearing.
That was a bonus action. Okay. With that being my bonus action, can I take an action to toss Nif my healing potion that I got from the store?
Yeah, you can toss it.
All right, so I
Do I
toss
have
Nif
to do anything to catch it?
I toss you
Say that again,
my.
Fred.
I toss him my healing potion. It's just a regular healing potion.
Cool, thanks.
So if you use it, you can add that to it. And then that'll be my turn. Let me delete that from my inventory. Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna stay here. Just with I got the glass staff in my hands, and I'm kind of like punching into the ground, doing my best Gandalf. You shall not pass.
You shall not.
No entree, bro.
Alright, so Tharglock is dead, Ripper is dead, Ebel, you are up. AKA Garrett.
Apologies. All right.
No worries.
So since we're just standing here, I'm just gonna take his bow and give a shot. Boom. Shoot that bro. Please. So where'd it go? That is a 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
All right.
She's like, oh.
Uh-oh.
She knew.
All right. Then. All right. Well, I tried. That's it.
It's like such a mixed bag of feelings with this fight. Like we're all like really good and also really bad.
We're just rolling bad.
Hey, at least it's not
Yeah.
like last session, like for you, Sky, or well, your first couple.
At least you
sessions.
guys aren't actually getting hit.
True. All right, Sky, go ahead and roll a death save, my friend.
How am I getting them now?
I know, right?
Would you rather get them
It's fun
before
watching,
and
right?
roll poorly now and die and roll a new character?
But I might not be dead if I was really good before.
This is a valid point.
Now that Gundren's dragged you aside,
19 for a save,
he's
yeah.
also going to do a save. Oh, whoops! I did not mean to do wisdom. What is medicine again? That's I can't see it on my stat block.
It's
It is
Wisdom.
Oh, okay. Oh, natural 20, boy! I'm not even saying that to be friendly.
Gundren!
You are stabilized, my friend, with 1 hit point. Woohoo! Let me remove this. Conscious. There you go. He just he like looks around the corner. Actually, I can't even tell. Is there a wall there? Yeah. So he pops his head around the corner, runs over to the side, and sees like everybody's not doing too hot. He's like goes back to you, puts the post down on the ground, and just slams onto your chest like, brother, you need to get up. Your friends need help.
Friends, you dwarf?
Yes, dwarf, get on your feet, boy. We need to fight.
Oh yes, okay. And,
As he also like when he does that, like holds himself against the wall because he's not doing too hot either.
Are you good?
No, my ass beat, my friend. But we're gonna kick this King Grol's ass right now. So get up, let's go.
And I want to just hold my arm out to him and just, we'll be in this together, brother.
Let's do this.
It's like two twigs just touching because you both are on like near death.
Oh yeah, we're definitely should not be the people doing this right now.
Alright, so on to King Grol's second turn. He rolls, he does not get a recharge. Y'all are so fortunate.
Wait, how is the second turn before me?
First turn? No, first turn was 22, second
Oh.
turn.
You put
have
the
an
6
11.
out of order.
Yeah, you have the 6
Yeah,
in
Joe.
front of the 11,
Stop
but
cheating.
that's
I think he might have done it on purpose because he then would have gone twice in a row.
No, but he put 13, 7, 6, 11, 8.
Yeah, what? Well, because you came after King Grol.
I came before.
Or you came
King
after
Grol's
Snarl
second turn.
before he died.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe,
The numbers
cheating
are right.
I mean, if you just want to put King Grol at 12,
The math is mathing.
and then it
Well,
would
no,
work out.
King Grol definitely came after him in the turn order from the start of the round. And then
Oh, I
like
see.
when he got his second turn, that's when I rolled a 6, so I guess positioned it wrong. I don't even know how that worked because I just said sort, but whatever. Anyways, we're gonna go back to Ragnar first, before we transition to King Grol.
Well, I'm gonna.
Good
recklessly
catch, by
attack
the way.
his
Sorry,
leg.
I missed that.
Huh?
All right. I said good catch, by the way. Sorry, I missed that.
First attack is a 9 to hit.
Mine does
Second
not hit.
attack. Jesus.
Mine does not hit.
Yeah. No, that's it for my turn.
This is the most stretched out ending to a combat session we've had. Alright, so on to King Grol. So he rolled to recharge.
Hold on, should Trigol be before him? Because now
no,
Trigol
no,
is
no,
below.
no. Just
Okay.
because
No.
he would have both of his turns would be together. Just don't worry about it.
Well, technically speaking, you would. Yeah, you would also be up there. What in the hell happened? I'm pretty sure I just hit sort. I don't know. But Trigol, yes. I mean, I will honor that because you should have come after Ragnar.
Dumb program,
Oh.
don't math too good.
Apparently, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, after I said what I was gonna do, I'm gonna do exactly the opposite. I am gonna use my Blessing of the Raven Queen, my teleport. What is that? Is that a bonus action? Yeah, that's a bonus action. No. I don't want to use it. So, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to run right over here, and I'm going to attack King Grol twice.
Alright. Go ahead and roll.
16. I don't know if that's going to hit the
That
first
hits.
attack. Okay, for 5 points of damage. And then second attack. Oh, crit.
Go.
Okay. So that was a fatal blow on that sickness.
Yes!
So, how do you aptly narrate this ending to his life whilst being in a critical condition? For both of you.
I come over and I say, "Remember me?" and I smash him in the jaw, and then I do a roundhouse sort of John Claude Van Damme kick uh, right to the side of his temple, and you sort of hear the side of his skull cave in when my heel hits him, and then I turn around and I say, "Give Kellamford my regards," as he starts to fall.
Nice. Love it. Yeah, he just slams into the ground, completely limp, all of his veins subsiding and retracting, I don't know, beneath the app level of normal veins. The green mist leaves from his eyes. He almost starts, you see, like, his body almost looking like it's shriveling, but he is like almost double the size of a typical bugbear, and as he slams into the ground, dead, um, basically turns back into a bugbear size.
Oh my gosh!
As
Finally.
if like all of his pulsing muscles and veins, and this energy was tainting him and transforming him in some way. But his head doesn't explode.
Thank goodness.
Does end his life.
And then I look at Barry and I say, "Smoke if you got him," and I just fall over on the ground.
Jesus.
That
That
does
took a
end our
while.
combat.
I would like to pick up his gray sword.
Yeah, loot the body. Loot
Alright.
all the bodies.
Also,
Sky.
does he have any
Sky.
sacks on him?
No, there's no sacks on the room. So for the greatsword, I believe this is basically just
Just a
typical
common.
greatsword. Yeah, but I just renamed it. But it flavor-wise, it looks cooler. So I'm gonna just whisper you the details. I'm not even sure if that is a typical greatsword. I'm not gonna look it up, but you can if you like. But like you see that the sword itself is definitely more of an ancient, and by means of ancient, not in a I don't know, like an epic way. This is just a severely old sword that seemed to have been acting as a prism per se of the energy that emanates from within Grol, but it is just a great sword. The energies that you once saw of the green and whatnot has also dissipated from it. As far as what else is on his body, let me find that.
Sometimes a sword is just a sword.
I'm looking through his body, but if there's any sacks.
I think he's got one.
You
I don't
know
want that one.
Oh, now we're particular about our collection.
Cloth and fabric only.
Yes.
Leather.
Where did I
Nah,
put-
I knew you were gonna say that.
Just gotta tan it and sew it up.
I mean, yeah.
Actually, Ragnar, you want that? I can tan it and sew it up, make you a nice leather sack. And
I'm not gonna lie. No.
really,
I'm
that seems
not gonna
right
lie,
up your
no.
alley. Like, this is the sack of my conquered foes, and then you can collect them each time and put them in the sack, and it's your
It's
sack
like-
sack.
It's like chicken
Sack.
when it has a little bit of like the hair still on it. That's when you know it's authentic. or like
The feathers.
the feathers.
All right, Joe. I'm gonna sneakily grab it anyway, and dedicate some time to this.
Okay.
Oh,
This guy's gonna
no.
burst in and be like, "I'm
What
ready
are
to
you grabbing?
help."
What am I grabbing? Is that what you just asked?
Yeah.
I'm cutting off his sack.
Oh God.
I have an idea for a present for a friend.
Yeah. Is it future Nif for his meal?
No,
Resource
that's
gathering.
disgusting. Just the sack? You'd want those Rocky
Coin-
Mountain oysters too.
It's a coin. It's a coin purse for Evel.
I knew Kyle I would get him. I saw him drinking. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh, wrong timing. Wrong timing.
But in general, so he has a hide armor adorned with thick chains. Has a shield as well.
I'm just like ripping this stuff off and be like, hey guys, you want some of this stuff? I don't want any of this. This guy has no sacks on him. Useless. What kind of person carries around 0 sacks? I mean, come on. In this day and age, when do you not need a sack?
I need to apologize.
You guys just see my character is a bit more upset than your normal person would be about not having something.
I think
Sorry,
we
go
clued into that.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, what's this witch lady have on her? Anything good?
Sorry, Sky. What were you saying?
Oh boy,
You're fine. You're focused on the tasks of your conquest.
He's
and
apologizing for sucking.
I need to just say whatever's here, it's for all of you. I did not do my duty in this.
Shut up. Have you seen how terribly I've been these past few ever?
With
a party,
you
man.
found your son.
Fight is a party,
So
loot is
that
a
was
party.
wonderful.
So
Yeah, don't worry about it, Sky. We all have an off day.
I mean, if you really think about it, at least they were attacking you and not one of us. So you really absorbed some damage like a shield. So you could call yourself the shield of the group.
Aren't shields supposed to be resistant to damage?
No, they can just take.
I mean, at that
damage
point, it's a
before
you
eventually
problem.
breaking.
I'm pretty broken as I look at all the bite marks and everything and
You will rip
broken
Barry.
bones on my body.
Oh, and I like to toss the health potion back to Barry since we have time. We can redo it now. You know, work it up
Okay.
normally. I'll toss it back.
All right.
And speaking of Ferg, he just resubbed with his Prime for 4 months. So, cheers to you, Ferg.
Oh, it's
Cheers to adventure.
Cheers. I forgot I had whiskey.
Also, remember, if you have a Twitch Prime, you have to do it every single month.
Yep.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that
I
is
wonder if
annoying.
I
I
elapsed.
don't know why
or
they don't have
elapsed.
auto renew on that.
Right?
Because they want you to forget and then they don't
Right,
have
then
to
they
pay.
don't have to pay it.
Yep.
That's true.
Business.
It's great too, cause well, it's not great. Yet again, I forgot how I need to do this.
How you have to go through the process. Yep.
Every
It
time.
should be down in the
Oh,
bottom.
gift a sub. Nope, that's not it. I'm not gifting subs. Whatever. I'll figure it out on our break. To circle back to, I believe Garrett asked what was on Vareth's body. There's nothing. If you may recall from the last session, when she was killed, I would say anybody in the room reasonably saw this happen and can see now that on the corpse, instead of laying there, a female
Oh, yeah,
elf
she was
is
goop,
an
right?
amorphous figure, humanoid figure still, not goop, but where features have gone away, drawn the hair retracted back into the head. It's basically just a hairless humanoid with no mouth, and all you can see is eyes. It's a dark gray like skin.
I presume we can do a
Can we
check
make
to
like
see
a
if we
nature
recognize.
check?
Yeah, could I do
Oh
a
my
nature
God.
check to see if Trigal has ever heard of a creature like this?
That is.
Or
Yeah, go
survival?
ahead. Anybody that wants to can go ahead and roll. I would say a history check.
I'm not rolling because I don't know what that is, and I'm disgusted by it.
Okay.
Well, excuse me. Go ahead and roll, because I think I heard multiple things. Go ahead and roll for whatever you are anticipating the roll to be, and then explain what exactly you are trying to figure out. Because I think I heard nature,
Okay.
I think I heard arcana, and I think I
Is
heard
this a fey, fiend, or undead related?
I don't believe so. No.
I presume it's just a race, but personally.
So
Yeah, that would definitely be history. So I mean, I'll roll just because, but
okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm
let's
just
I
start
have
with
no.
Tregall. You rolled a nature check. What exactly were you trying to utilize nature for?
I was trying to utilize nature to see if I knew what species this was. If we had ever come across them in the Shadowfell, or we had ever heard about them in the Temple of Kalimvor. Because we know the nature of a lot of different species, sentient species. So I figure it's a low chance, but maybe.
Okay. So hold off on what I'm whispering you for now.
Okay.
Garrett,
All right.
you rolled a history. What exactly were you trying to use history for? I guess
Trying to see if I've ever seen something like this before, since I'm a little smarter, read anything about it, and anything I'd come across.
okay. And then Barry.
I got a 3, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's true.
Barry says can't smoke it.
Sky, I'm gonna investigate the large wolf, and see if this weird magic is what caused it to be enlarged. The similar magic to what I saw from King Grol, or is it just like a abnormally large wolf?
Well, I wouldn't have called a roll for that. You can
Okay.
you can tell that this is a dire wolf. You're familiar with them being a
Okay.
larger breed of wolves, a little bit more rare in these parts, but nonetheless, they typically act as the pack leader for a lot of groupings of wolves, specifically community of wolves that have somehow melded as a larger pack.
Gotcha.
Anything else, you all?
Hey Barry, as much as I would love to get stabbed by all these vines, can you not have the vines up anymore?
Yeah. Oh man, kind of want to see you do some gymnastics to get through here.
Okay, I'm gonna try to jump over it and land next to Barry
Okay.
right here.
I believe you have as much as your strength roll.
As soon as he jumps, I'll drop it and make it. I wanted. Can I do it like sleight of hand? Oh, I don't even have to do it. I can just drop it. So I want him to think that he made this like incredible athletic movement and like completely evaded it.
Okay.
In reality, I just like poofed it out of existence.
What am I rolling?
Probably
Number of feet
athletics.
equal to 3. So it depends if you're doing like a running jump, like we were talking about several sessions ago. If you're just straight jumping from where you're at, if you're straight jumping from where you're at, it's 3 plus your strength modifier, for at least 10 feet.
3 plus my strength modifier. So D20 plus 3 plus my strength modifier. Right?
No D20. If it's a standing jump.
Yeah. Anyways, whatever. That was kind of irrelevant now that Barry said that he's just screwing with you and removed it as you were jumping. So feel free
Okay.
to roleplay how that.
So I'm
I
just
guess
gonna land and I'm gonna look at Barry and say, "Ha! See, I knew I could." Wait a second. Where'd it go?
Bro, that was so sick. Oh, I dropped it once you got over here.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm obviously
I just cleared all of that.
Yeah, you
Everyone-
like bounced off you like jumped off one of them, and then just it was so powerful and strong. Like,
I don't know if I did that, but
it was sick.
I did black out
You
as soon
did.
as I jumped. So I don't know if that's from the head trauma or if that was just because I'm really good.
It might have
Really
been
good.
It might have been when that guy, like the king, he was like screaming or something crazy. Like, oh,
It is true. He screamed at me really loudly, and I was a little afraid. In fact, does anybody have any spare underwear?
Not
There's
You can
leaves
use my
outside.
stack that I cut the holes in.
I just got like a skirt kind of thing. So I don't even think I know what underwear is, honestly.
real monks go.
Did someone fall on something?
Anyways,
Guys, it's just
So-
what I'm wearing right now.
as you all are talking about undergarments, you see Gundren walk from the side hall there and limp over to King Grol's throne of skulls and bones as he's rummaging through the area to try to find something. As he reaches down behind the chair and pulls out a map, and he says, "Adventures, this is what I was telling you about. The map to the Wave Echo Cave. They He tried to take it. Y'all saved me. First of all, thank you. We were not anticipating being ambushed. I'm glad you found me. Is Sildar okay?"
Nope.
Yes.
Nope and yes. Okay. Well,
I mean,
He is.
he has
I'm
more
maybe I'm
jobs
losing.
now. He's kind of
Yes.
our maid. Is that what we did?
Butler would be more.
Butler.
Yeah, butler.
Yeah, so he's kind of gotten a demotion, but yeah, he's probably dead inside because of that, but he's still around.
Well, he's still Knight of Phandelver now.
Yeah, and like whatever those bird things he always talks about, still a fan of those, I think. He's part of some group. They talk about birds.
Yes, the Griffin.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
I guess
And
this
he-
is a
he
lot
is
to
Do
a
you even
unpack.
listen when people talk, Sky? Jeez.
Yes,
bird
he's-
things really confused me. I was assuming actual birds.
Well, it just got wings. What else
Bat
is a
has
bird?
wings. That's not a bird.
Yeah, it is. It's a hairless bird.
It's a mammal.
What?
Well, regardless, we will unpack this over hopefully dinner or something. We must make our way back to Phandelin.
Oh, you should
But
try the
before we
slop
do
bucket your
anything,
boy
God
makes for me.
forbid we get ambushed or anything. As he rolls open the map, he points to different portions of the map, showing where Phandelin is, but also where the Wave Echo Cave, as he marks it. You just take mental note of this, because again, if we're all not looking too good right now, so
Mhm.
if I were to die, it dies with me. Thank the heavens above that you all were able to find me after so long.
Don't
But,
worry,
uh,
we know of a secure place. Ragnar, get the sacks.
Hey,
Well-
yeah, any chance you could just like, we could hang on to it since you're looking so gnarly.
we also have a town. We have a map of the region.
Right, we can just
So
scribe it over.
It
How
as
well
I'll
well.
tell you what,
Includes that.
very
thing.
good idea. You write it on your map. I'll
Yes.
keep this, because if my brother, which by the way, we need to find Nundro. They separated us.
Oh, there's more of you.
Oh yes,
Did
Nundro.
we know
this?
Yes, there's three of us.
Yes.
Nundro and Gundro. I don't remember what the other one name was.
You don't know your brother's name.
Not at this
Bun-
present moment, no.
We know who the favorite
I've taken
is.
a heavy
Michael
beating,
and Michael.
but we need to
Bundren.
find them, and presumably
Sundren.
he's with the Black Spider. He is a nasty fellow, but nonetheless, let's get to Phandelin as quick as possible and make haste. We need to get out of here. I don't think we're safe being.
All right, let's hold hands and
Yep.
skip home.
So we're gonna, I guess, just pause there. We don't have to skip home, but whatever we're not going to leave that as the last comment, is what I mean, in case you guys
Absolutely
decide
not.
otherwise. However, we are going to take our break. So we'll be showing back up around 9:17, a 15-minute buyer break. So we'll resume then and see you then. welcome back, everyone, to the Adventures on Tap Twitch stream. We are on the second half of our session today, playing Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk. Before we hop back in, just wanted to give a heads up that we are on other socials. We do have a website, so go ahead and check out aotorlando.com to find out, especially if you are in the greater Orlando area, when we are putting on our next event. So typically, our bread and butter are one shots, and that will showcase anything from specifically 5e for a majority of those tables at those events, but sometimes we showcase another third-party system that you can check out. So we've had things like, Alien, Kids on Brooms. What's the
Blades in
robot
the
one?
Dark,
We haven't had
Lancer.
Blades in the Dark yet.
Lancer,
Lancer,
Blades in the
Call of
Dark,
Cthulhu.
Rune
But
Quest, yeah.
man, we love other tabletop role-playing games, so we try to introduce that one table event, because a lot of us and if you're watching this, you're probably a fan of 5e. So if you're other tabletop role-playing game curious, you can check out our event page again, aotorlando.com, and I believe it's /events, but we do have one coming up this weekend, which I don't believe is fully sold out. It's in Sanford at D's Bros. Um, Something also, as a reminder from the beginning of our session, but if you missed it, we are a charity focused organization. So these events that we put on specifically uh, goes towards the charity that we're supporting for the month. So not a lot of is necessarily left over for us to grow and pay most of our bills. We figure it out, but we've also launched a Patreon to help support and bolster our behind the scenes, but help us continually grow for what we aptly named the Brusaders Guild. So go ahead and also check that out at patreon.com/slash adventures on tap. You get quite a few perks if you are not local to Orlando. Um, excuse me. But of course, if you're in the Orlando area, you definitely take a little bit more advantage with getting some local specific things like discounts on tickets. You might even get a free ticket. We have filled up. Let's just give a little cheers. But we have filled up our top tier, the Grand Brusader. We have 10 limited slots for that. So cheers to everyone. We've
Cheers
made
to
it. We got
Brusaders.
10 of our top positions. But you can keep an eye out on that. That one's exclusive. Gets you an awesome, which I meant to have it, but an awesome beer stein that looks like a giant wooden uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Keg, wooden
Keg.
keg, and you have a plate on it with your name. For those that have filled the first 10 slots, also got founder aptly put on that name tag as well. So go ahead and check that out. Again, it helps us immensely for everything else to run operationally and grow while we can continue to have this ever extending reach of tabletop role playing games in our community, but also supporting our communities while doing it and having fun in breweries, drinking beer like we like to do.
Yeah.
That being said, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and dive back in. So we have finished our fight with King Grol and his minions. Fortunately, we have survived just barely, for which Gundren also found the map that King Grol was taking from him and hiding. Um, and he showed you this map to mark where the Wave Echo Cave is, and suggested that we make haste back to Phandalin. So what are you all choosing to do?
Should we bring the thing? I don't know what it is. As
He
I
has a
point to
name.
It's
the
His
a
name is
it's a
Gundren.
shapeshifter. I have heard of these, but
shapeshift.
yes, it this is its natural form, but it has the ability to assume the form of any humanoid. So until it dies like this, you would never know it was not an elf, or it was not human, or it was not
Hmm.
even a halfling. They can assume any form.
How rare is this thing?
Yeah.
I do
You
not
think its
know.
body will be worth something if we bring it back to town?
If we were able to take it as far as Neverwinter, there probably are some wizards or healers that might have interest or be able to discern something from it.
All right. Ragnar, you mind carrying this thing?
Would
I'm not touching that thing. It's gross.
you
Yeah,
say
it's in a
it
sack.
can?
You're good.
Let's put it this way. When we get to the Wave Echo Cave, we would need not worry about monetary value, as we'll be rolling in treasure. So I don't think it would necessarily be fitting of us to really need to take this thing. However, very interesting that it was that the elven woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
'Cause I don't
anyone,
see
if we're
her
not going to
corpse.
use the body, anyone mind if I carve a
Well-
piece? I want to try it.
Well, I just want to understand. You say it can make any form. Does
It
it
can
choose its
assume any
form?
form.
So,
Yes,
so this individual that we saw before is an actual person.
No.
Nah, it
This
shaped its bits to look like a lady.
this is a creature.
Mhm.
It, in some manner, I do not know. I do not think I know, unless the great Lord in the sky tells me
one.
that I do. Uh, it, it it is not a beast. It is not a humanoid. It is a monstrosity.
Hmm.
It has the ability to assume any form. Now, I do not know how it chooses that form, or whether it can only choose one particular form. I believe it can choose multiple forms, but I have not seen one of these in person. I've just heard about them.
My fear with the ability was if it could only assume the form of something it knew or had seen, could the individual we saw have been the face of the spider?
Wasn't it a
I'll
lady?
tell
Isn't a
you this
spider a
much.
guy?
Yeah, exactly what Mr. Nib, I think your name was. Yes, the black spider is certainly a male. That wouldn't be a good conclusion to draw. Um,
Uh,
she did
well,
work for, or it, or however we would refer to it. Did work for the black spider before I left consciousness. Um, but that's all as far as I know. She showed up today, assuming it's still the same day.
I have a more important question. So this thing can turn into a person, whoever they want. Can this thing, in theory, turn into a sack?
persons.
I do
Hey,
not
what if we
believe
skin
so.
it? We might be able to, whether it wants to or not.
I don't like the way leather feels on my skin. So I don't like leather sacks.
Same.
I would
One's out here.
presume that it doesn't have any way to turn into inanimate objects.
Ah, shame.
But that would be my guess. I've never seen one of those before.
The
Yeah.
closest thing that you all may have heard of, I don't know if any of you have seen it. It is similar to, but different from, a mimic. You know how you've heard the stories of how
Yeah, those
somebody
could turn into
found
sacks, I think.
a treasure chest, and they went to open the chest, and the chest opened its mouth and bit their arm off? That's a mimic.
That sounds
These
like
cre-
something that could turn into a sack.
These creatures are similar to that, but these turn into humanoids, while mimics turn into objects.
Ah, can you take control of mimics?
I have never tried.
Probably
would
some
like
like
to try
mental
my
magic.
army of mimic sacks.
With all due respect, I don't mean to interrupt this creative conversation, but
Seems like
we
you
should
do
probably
mean
get
to
out
interrupt
of
it,
here.
but- All right. If no one cares, I'm
I'm
gonna
with
carve
I'm with the dwarf. Let's gather our belongings and go.
I'm gonna carve a couple steaks out of the thighs and take those with me.
Can I investigate,
Couple of thighs?
like a
Is that-
general investigation?
Yeah, I was gonna the thigh meat since it's real hearty. I was gonna cut a couple slabs out for the thigh muscles, one on either side, and have some nice big like steaks.
Okay. Sky,
Doppelganger
what
thigh?
are you doing? You're investigating.
I want to like check underneath his bed and stuff, and like, is there anything hidden away?
Surprisingly, I don't think there's much in this room.
No.
Give me a
Okay.
second. Yeah, hold on. Oddly enough.
Oh, I don't know
Let
why
me
that rolled.
roll.
I'm sorry. What do we
Sorry.
call this thing?
Doppelganger.
Can I investigate Snarl's body?
Direwolf.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, surprisingly,
Absent.
yeah, there's nothing in here. I mean, I think it's just simply, because they were because you're finding
The map.
Guntran and finding the map. Yeah. So sorry, Ferg, what were you doing?
I want to investigate Snarl and see if there's any kind of remnants of this. I guess, what are we calling it? This. Why can't I think of the word? Whatever was afflicting the king. If there's any kind of remnants on the body of that, or if it was like its own, it was just a normal dire wolf.
So, yeah, similar to Sky, but I guess if he hadn't communicated it, you technically wouldn't know. But yes, this appears to be a normal dire wolf. Granted, these specific dire wolves in the region are a little bit more rare. But it is just as you know, a very large version of a wolf, probably through some sort of anomaly in the DNA passed down, just happens to or mutation happens to, on a rare occasion, spawn a way larger than normal wolf.
All right, and then are any other signs of this affliction, this disease or whatever, like like anywhere? I know we saw big heads, but
No. So looking at King Grol, it seemed to. I think you all could easily correlate that the magic seemed to have been of the same origin as the jagged tooth acolyte that you faced earlier. However, unlike the goblinoid, it didn't seem to have affected King Grol in that manner. Maybe through simple kind of like analysis or what's the word I'm looking for? Just trying to arrive to conclusions that maybe this was a little bit more recent or something. That he didn't explode. If anything, he just swelled to normal or unswelled to a normal bugbear size.
okay, but it does seem that this is the same disease or whatever. It's just
Yes.
possibly, it just hasn't progressed into where they turn into other things. Okay.
Correct.
All right. Bros, I think the light is fading and the hour to leave is upon us. Um,
Yeah, we got to get moving before these
Should
stakes go
we
bad.
I
count them
will.
forward?
Yes, I think we should scout out a place and find somewhere to rest. I don't. It may not be for you know. It might not be for the entire night, but you know, if it's only for a half hour or hour or so, it could at least get us to a point where we could push forward.
To the woods.
As we leave, Sky's going to pick up uh his hawk and to the first set of trees that we find, we'll lay it at the base of the tree as a sort of like memorial burial.
Oh, and you're not going to eat that?
It's its form is here with us now, but if I wish to call upon it in the future, it this form will cease, but it will not be it, if that makes sense.
So you can still summon it again, even if we do eat it.
No, well, I'm a little iffy on that matter.
All right, all right. If there's
But-
a chance, I'll let you be.
Would you like me to?
I'm gonna stand in front of it until Nif walks away, and then I'll.
That's cool. I got a couple steaks I'm ready to fry up once we get back to town. We're good.
Would,
Just
if
making
you
sure
would
you
like,
don't eat
if you
my
would like,
companion.
I could burn it.
Pyre.
I mean, hold on. That
Well,
sounds
well,
like cooking.
My fear,
No,
my
no, no.
fear, my fear with that is it could give our location. I'd rather it return to the roots of this forest.
Fair enough. Figured I'd offer because, as you're probably well aware, flame is the great cleansing device
It
of
returns
Mother
itself
Nature.
to nature, yes. My fear, though, also is, and I point to Nif, he may grab a drumstick.
Listen, guy,
What?
you said it's iffy. I'm not going to mess with your magic. If you don't want me to eat it, it's one thing. If it's going to cause us issues in the future, that makes sense. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to
But
smack
thank
Ebel as he reaches a hand towards
Yeah.
it.
Nif, thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. And I'm just going to tie Ebel's hands together, like loose, so he can get out. But at least for now, he's going to be working on it as we leave.
As you're just like pulling him.
All right. So, excuse me. So, I would say, in general, it was probably around dusk time as you make your way into the forest, making your way back to um, the area for which you originally were camping. You still had supplies kind of set up there. Um, Let me pull y'all there. So in general, you can take a long rest if you want. We can roll out the scenario. I just figured it. I don't know. We switch us over as we kind of figured that out. So are we wanting to, for whatever reason, RP a camp session, or we want to make our way to Finland?
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. All right, yeah, we'll just do a long rest. And hey, where's my kid?
Okay. Oh yeah. It's important.
Trigal is just gonna find a place to sit and fall into his trance and start meditating.
Okay.
He's exhausted.
Sky fully falls asleep.
All right. So why did it?
Are we doing a long or a short, guys?
Did it make multiple tokens for you all as
Long,
well?
I think.
Variable?
I only see one.
It does that to me sometimes for some reason. Um, Yeah, so I mean, go ahead and roll as if we're doing a long rest. We'll sleep through morning. Um, Nothing in particular is going to be happening. Excuse me, not rolling on any sort of table. Um, let's also just heal up these guys. All right. Okay. So we're making if anything, I believe we said it took about 3 days travel to make our way back to Phandelin. On the way, you kind of bring Gundren up to speed as to what's been happening. He congratulates you for the feat of taking out the Red Brands, even though he didn't get the chance to meet them. He assured you that he would have been right along your side to do so. He repeatedly thanks you at various moments on this trip for saving his life as he felt like he was at the edge of death there. He tells you, um, that the Black Spider is aware of where the Wave Echo Cave is, that King Grol was holding on to the map, thinking he was clever, that he was able to attempt a sleight of hand to steal the map, but regardless, he saw that it was tucked behind the throne, hence why he has this map. But that the Black Spider is aware of the Wave Echo Cave, and that in general, it may be lucrative to prioritize that as you all make your way to Finland. So where exactly are we wanting to end up?
Sackville.
God,
I think we want to check
are we
in
really going shopping?
and reunite the old friends first, right?
Soldar and
Yeah.
Gudrun.
The hideout?
Sally and what's his face?
Sildar.
What?
Sildar.
Oh,
Yes. To the Transcenders.
General. Base house.
Resender man.
Transcenders, move out.
So let me I just moved y'all to that screen without even thinking if everybody is there.
Would Sildar be Prime or?
No. It's gotta be Gundren.
Gudrun is.
A prime? What do you mean by that?
Autobots joke.
Yeah.
About you.
That's fine.
Transformers.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you make your way straight to the new compound that you had set up. Sildar is uh, talking with a townsfolk that you hadn't seen before as he's pointing to a map and discussing presumably various plans that he's attempting to enact now, being the head of the Lord Alliance in this region. He sees you all coming in, and also as he goes to say hello, he immediately notices Gundren is like, Gundren, my friend, as they both get super excited, run towards each other with a huge embrace. It's like, I thought you were dead, my friend. Like, what happened? He's like, I was beaten to near inches of my life. I'm glad to see that you're okay as well. I hear that you're, steadying the lead as the Lord's Alliance. Like, congratulations. Sorry to hear about your friend. But I do have the map. So that's good. The adventurers found me. He's like, oh, that is great news. That is great news. Adventurers, like, uh, thank you so much for finding my friend here. And yes, I would agree that we might need to sort some priorities. Um, as a matter of fact, while you were gone, that sister Grail, she came by with the comb, or excuse me, the comb, came to say that she was going to drop the comb by to find uh, out that she took it upon herself to welcome somebody from whatever organization she's from to help her on, I guess, a cause that you all were looking to work on, and
Yeah, we're
unfortunately
gonna go
that
hunt some
individual
ghosts.
did not make it.
Yes, we were going to look for the Banshee. So
Mhm.
she has found somebody to do that.
Yes, but with somewhat bad news. She was
Oh
thinking
no.
that this individual was able to assist and haven't seen him for some time now, and fears that maybe the Banshee got the best of him. But he also has the comb on him. So she implored that the second you reach here, to hopefully
Deal with
prioritize
it.
this task.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I would
We
I would
could.
like to do what I can for her because we gave her our word we would help, but uh, as Gundren has pointed out, uh, this black spider could be a menace to many more people than just he and
Society.
his brothers. So I don't know what's most important to deal with the spider or deal with this banshee.
Well, it sounds like the Banshee's killing anyone that goes nearby, so we're probably the only chance that there is of getting rid of it. That being said, it is confined to an area. But when we did go away before, she got someone else. It's a
Gundren,
toss-up.
if Gundren, could you and Sildar work on a plan for, um, mounting an assault on this Wave Echo Cave while we go and deal with this banshee problem?
Also, Gundren, you mentioned brothers. Where are they?
That was one thing I mentally noted to look up, so I had reference to answer that question if it
I
came
mean,
up.
I feel like that's a curveball that we were not expecting. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
Give me a one
and
Why don't you
if
guys
you,
ever think of other people's families? You guys
well,
aren't
I'm not.
expecting that I had kids, but oh, look at this.
Well, I mean, we
Also,
saved your
Streambot,
one
for
of
some
your
reason,
sons.
Joe
I mean,
can't
that's
see my
wonderful.
son.
We'll find your second son in time. But I mean, if you know the location of the cave, then your siblings or your others, they would know the location of the cave as well. Could that be how the black spider found or possibly knows the location of the caverns?
To be fair, friend, I don't know if it was the map. I don't know if it was from my brothers, because they interrogated us quite intensely, but separately. So I'm not sure, but I do feel as if he is certain of where the lost mine is. I haven't seen anything of my brothers that I can't seem to freaking find their names.
Okay.
My God, it was in one of the descriptions I read.
Bundren,
Yeah. I know
Sundren.
Noondro is correct. Noondro is one of the brothers. The other brother.
Tharden.
They're twins. They're triplets. All named Gundren.
Jim, Steve, and
Yeah, right.
Gunton.
Let's see, Rose.
Jim Steve Gundren.
But if we dealt with sisters' troubles, could you and Sildar
That's a fast cheat
procure
sheet, Joe.
provisions
So,
in the time?
Oh yeah, let's get this plan of attack. I mean, it looks like we are a bit
thank you.
scattered.
Hey, I wasn't that far. It was Noondro and Tharden. I think I said like Thundrin or something.
Yeah.
True.
Thank you, Ken, for that wiki link.
Let's gather
I
around
hate
this
how the
wonderful
Roll20
map.
modules are organized.
I know it's
Yeah.
it's annoying.
It just be in one document. Why did they separate it like that?
Separate everything out.
Yeah, my God. So to your point, yes, I haven't seen my brothers Noondro and Tharden. Presumably, they're with the Black Spider. I mean, if you didn't find them in the castle, I can only assume if the black spider wasn't there as well that they were with him.
I mean, to be fair, we
Oh.
didn't do the most thorough search of the castle, but
Well,
Yeah.
we killed everything that moved, and none of them were dwarves.
didn't we
Well-
completely avoid an entire room full of people?
No, but the king called them in during the battle.
Were you like all together? Like you and your bros you were all together before this?
No, I think there were 3 different people.
No, it was just me and Sildar on the way to Phandalin. Noondro was supposed to meet us ahead. He went ahead of us to meet us at Phandalin as well, but it appears he was ambushed. And Tharden, my mistake. Now that my memory is coming back to me, sorry, I had quite a beating. We had him stand watch over the Wave Echo Cave, waiting for us, to get to Phandalin to deliver, from Neverwinter, to the Lost Mine.
All right. So okay, that makes more sense because I swear, I mean, sometimes the strains and stuff, they get a little strong, but I swore it was just you and Sildar when we met.
You are
And you
correct.
started talking about brothers, and I was like, what? Like, I never met any brother than yours, like ever.
Yeah, at first, being that I simply hired you to help, make the transport the wagon, I wasn't quite trustworthy or forthcoming of information about this. But being that you've quite proven yourselves, I would very much like to bring you into service to continue on and make your way to the Wave Echo Cave. If you help me, we help each other. Treasures for all, treasures for Phandalin.
Yeah, well, I'm more concerned about like this disease that's like transforming creatures and people into these monsters. Like, that's not okay.
My
need
bet is
to-
the spiders guy got his hand in it.
Yeah, we need to return balance to Neverwinter. This could get out of hand.
I
Yes.
couldn't agree more. And I think, at first, I didn't think that there was any sort of relation. I thought we just happened to have pulled a bad hand on our journey, and goblins simply ambushed us. But seeing this other drow figure and the way this, I don't know, weird energy was warping the king, there's definitely something larger afoot. And they have to be correlated. It would only make sense.
Yeah, that power's super messed up. That king was tasking, as far as I can reckon, twice as much as he should have been.
Yeah,
Indeed.
sure was.
Yeah.
So Sildar and Gundren kind of continue on in conversation, catching up, as Sildar slams his hand down and is like, "By Griffin's talon! I forgot! You I was so excited seeing Gudrun. Here!" As he drops a fat bag of gold, of 500 gold pieces. What you're owed
The sack.
for going
What, of
above and
gold?
beyond.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, we'll take the gold. Ragnar can have the sack.
Coin purse, if anything, hardly a sack, but
Wait, is it leather?
no, I would say it's also brain farting on the material, but
Burlap.
yeah. Burlap. Yep.
Okay, Joe, is it 500 split between the 6 of us, or is it 500 for each of us?
The former split.
Okay.
500 total for the group.
Sky won't take any.
Can I sleight of hand 100 into Sky's pouch?
Sure. Well, with a dirty 20,
Dirty
I
20.
mean, I guess that happens. So
That's
Sky,
gonna beat
go
my
ahead.
perception, yeah. I mean, maybe we'll see.
True. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it beats my perception.
Once I see a high number, I'm like, nothing beats that. But I forget that you can definitely.
With my exploits, there's no need to take a split for myself.
Listen, guy, that would have meant I
Possibly,
wouldn't have gotten paid for bringing the cart, even though, I did, because I was doing pretty poorly then. So we're giving and taking, We got to have 100%
I
for this
take
team.
your share,
we
or
could
else
take
we
this.
will have to, buy supplies for you. Take your share.
We could give this to the compound. We could use this towards procuring arms to
Spend it
assault
the way
the
you
cave.
wish, but you control it.
Barry,
Yeah,
what are these coins used for?
I have no idea, bro.
Okay,
When I was in the woods,
keep
we would
giving
just
them
use
the-
like pieces of bark.
Right, okay. I thought I was alone. I don't
I
know
think
what these are for. They
I'm
keep
pretty
giving
sure.
me them.
I'm pretty sure I saw Ragnar like give them to the shop owner, and then he got a bunch of stuff back.
I can't wait to buy so many sacks with this gold.
See,
I don't
Anyone
know
else
what
find
that
it weird how no one
what does
uses a
buy
Birmingham?
mean?
like I think that's what when he gave them to him. It was like that
Like a
word,
barter.
Can I hear this?
like
Like
buy,
barter.
like I don't know, like
I don't know,
share.
roll perception. Or if they want to say if
just
they're whispering or
sharing
not, I
of
guess.
Oh, I'm definitely like I've tried to pull Barry to the side of
Yeah, we're
the
whispering.
room. Yeah, we're like definitely like I don't know.
I mean, if you want, you can go ahead and roll.
You can eavesdrop.
Yeah,
I'd say
I
roll
mean,
it. Okay.
You can burst in. Hey, what are you talking about?
yeah.
I mean, that's definitely per character. Like, hey, what are you whispering about?
Huh?
Oh, we definitely weren't talking about like what these shiny things and sacks are.
Oh, the money?
Barry, it's fine. We were talking about the different herbs and plant life in the forests around here.
Gross.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
that
turn
was it.
around and pull out bloody steaks and flop them in front of Sildar. Say, hey, bud, can you cook these up? We're gonna have a feast.
Like,
Actually, you know what? I got an idea, and I'd like to talk to Ebel and say, hey, bud, how about you be our cook? It keeps you out of battle, and you can hone those skills. In the meantime, when on my off time, I can teach you the ways of a blood hunter until you get good enough, and then you can start adventuring with us.
I could have swore I brought Ebel onto this map. Where
He
did
is, but for some reason, the stream bot
He's
can't
to
see
the
him.
top right.
Oh, is he? Because I don't have him there. I have him here.
Oh.
oh yeah. He's
It
like
might be,
on my
I
screen,
see
he's
him
right
here
there.
as well. I see him right next to Niff.
What? I don't see him at
Right.
all.
All right, hold on. Let me.
Interesting.
I can't delete him. So
Yeah, he's
Let me
in
bring
Neff's
him.
hip pocket.
Give me one moment.
yeah, because the stream bot can't see him either.
So
Interesting.
above table, just so we have like a plan. We're going to Banshee, then Wave Echo.
Well,
We
out of
have many
character,
journeys
in
through
our
there.
journal, thing, we also have that person that's doing undead stuff.
Yeah.
Where did he put it? He gave us a quest.
Old owl. Well,
A quest log somewhere.
it's in our
There
player
it is.
journal.
Yeah, there it is. So
Also Marauders.
Old Owl Trouble, Marauder Trouble.
We could probably split up and
Did
get
we
all this
finally
done.
follow up with Myrna?
No.
That's inactive. Okay. And then Banshee's Bargain. So yeah.
Okay.
And Tregal would be really keen on dealing with the undead at the
Banshee.
old owl well and the banshee because that's also undead.
Yeah, we can
I'm
follow up with Myrna on the way.
yeah, I'm going. I definitely want to do this undead. I hate those guys.
Silda, have you heard anything about the logger family, the forest master who sadly lost his life?
Myrna and her children.
Yes.
Oh yeah, send them to do this.
I mean, unfortunately, I've been pretty busy, just with
I
the Lord's Alliance,
mhm.
but also, keeping with the tasks here at the compound.
Ending house, yes.
Yes, tending house. Anyways, no, I don't know. I think they're doing okay. I haven't heard any rumors on the wind.
I just want to make sure that there was no troubles in the town since we've left. That's all.
Well, fortunately, I mean, other than Sister Garael mentioning her plight,
Mhm.
no, I think all has been fairly smooth, especially since y'all cleared out the red brands. You red brand slayers, you.
That felt like a targeted
Yeah,
attack.
that sounded
I understand.
derogatory. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
I
honest.
felt. Thank
No,
you. Okay, I
this is a
wasn't the only
mighty
one.
glory. You kidding me? I would, I would have slayed him myself if I wasn't in the state I was.
Near death. Many of us have been there. It's how you get out of that near death experience that matters most.
Okay, Ebel disappeared, and now there's a goblin. What is going on? I
Okay,
just
I don't know
healed him
what's
and
happening. I'm
everything.
trying to control it. Now on my screen, I have 2 Ebels and a goblin. This is the goblin you gave me control of.
Now I see 3 Ebels.
I don't see any Ebels. I had to add one here.
Yeah,
Just
and now I've
stop
got
messing
I feel
2.
around.
like I feel like
I
there
have-
needs to be a reload.
I have
They wrote
4
one.
Ebels. Hold on. I'm gonna refresh my page, see what happens.
Who fed Ebel after dark?
Who got Ebel wet? Okay, I
For some
refresh.
reason, Joe,
I
whenever
refresh roll 20 and now it's fine. There's one.
you put them in, for some reason I had 2, but also for some reason the goblin you gave me like control over is not Ebel.
Yeah.
It's the other one I pulled out.
Huh. Oh yeah, I mean if you're pulling it from your journal, it's just going to be a standard goblin. I simply replaced or changed the token because I think goblin in general is a roll table of portraits, but changed the name and changed the token.
Gotcha.
And changed his weapons. So now that I think about it,
Yeah,
I'm guessing that also applied to all goblins.
I think
Whatever.
it probably did because both of them have it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, is
I don't
he-
know if that's a specific instance.
Is he susceptible to working as a cook and getting trained as a blood hunter in the meantime?
Susceptible.
Say that again. Sorry.
Is he not susceptible? What's the word? Is he
Able
cool
to- Yeah.
with being our cook while also training to be a blood hunter? When I
He's
have
our
Uh,
squire.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is like, oh man, I want to go on the adventures with you.
You're gonna
I guess I can cook.
You're gonna get a chance to, but you literally almost died last time we were out. Right after we saved you, you almost died. So you have the potential. You know, you're a quite nimble little guy. So I can definitely train you up to be a great blood hunter, just like your old man. But in the meantime, you know, you need to pull your weight around here. And a way to do that is to, you know, do some stuff we need. And you're versed in cooking for goblins, I assume. You know what goblins like to eat, so that'll be helpful to me. And you can learn from Sildar on how to properly cook meals for the other folks here. You know, and when I have time, I will pull you aside and we'll do some blood hunting and, you know, train you up. And once you're good, you can go out with us.
Fine.
All right, cool. Now, and I'm gonna grab the steaks from in front of Sildar and slap them onto Ebel. Like, all right, cook these up first. One for you, one for me, and then whatever everyone else wants. We're drinking tonight. We're celebrating. We killed that big ugly bastard.
Okay.
Yes, the wolf was dastardly.
Sildar, tell the town we're having a party.
So he comes back. Let's see. Roll d20. If it's higher than 10, it was a good. Wow, natural 20. Man, he knows how to
That's my
cook.
boy.
Comes back with 3 fillets of hobgoblin thigh,
No.
bugbear
It's
thigh,
it's
Doppelganger.
the
Doppelganger
doppelganger thigh. Oh
Yeah,
wow. Okay. Well. All right.
It turns into what you
yeah.
want it to.
Oh, really?
What your heart most desires.
Crap! What did Ebel make?
No, that's not what happens. When it's dead, it doesn't have any sort of
That's a good
transition.
one, Ferg.
Transformative
Yeah.
properties.
That is pretty fun though. So he comes back with that. Sildar goes around town. Um, I guess letting everybody know through a we'll say there's a big horn that's put outside to kind of notify alarm people, but also to send notification. Yeah, as
Like launch.
there's one for
This would
party
be a
and
Church
one
real
bell.
cool
for
party.
being alert. Yeah, yeah. Just sounds like trap music. That's my attempt at trap. I don't know. As a handful of townsfolk make their way up, y'all crack a massive barrel of beer that they rolled up. You didn't even have to move into your own store. They were ready to
Kegger!
celebrate you and your feats as you all have this, I don't know, little party,
Rager.
little rager.
Is
Uh,
Myrna there?
we'll put Myrna there. I am not gonna
Also,
drive. We're just gonna
Knock
use
it out.
theater of mind that they
Mhm.
at least excuse me, that the villagers are there. Yeah, screw it. So is
We could
Myrna.
also use this
Our
as
kids.
the reopening of the Trisenda Manor.
Sure.
oh,
The
and a
the
big
finished
cheers to Gideon. Oh, I'm sorry,
provision.
an anonymous gifter. I thought it was a Gideon.
Oh.
Gave someone a gifted sub. So thank you to the
Awesome.
anonymous person.
Thank
Was that
you
one
for
or
watching.
5?
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers.
No, it
Sorry,
says they
I was transfixed like
gifted
Cheers.
Floral
oh,
Elm a tier 1 sub.
Hmm.
So
nice.
You can see more then.
Yeah, so let's say yeah, we'll flavor it as a grand opening per se of operations out of this compound, as and also kind of a long awaited celebration, being that they were trying to help you bring it up and running. But of course, hearing about felling the threat of the Cragmaws as well, in addition to Red Brands, it's just an absolute crazy party where villagers brought food, they've brought barrels. It happened almost like they were just waiting outside the door to do this. All the townsfolk are there. I'm not going to drag them all here, but if you guys wanted to talk
Hmm.
to specific people, we can do that now. So
I'd like to just quickly talk to the town tanner.
Oh my gosh.
No.
no particular town tanner, but Barthen's provisions person.
Who's the guy we saved?
I feel like that's a skill you can learn.
Yeah, but I don't want to screw this up. I got
Alton?
one shot.
Is that the name of the
Not mission
halfling?
chance to blow.
One
Oh, what?
opportunity.
I'm so confused. So in general, so there's no like city or currently Phandalin. What's the word? Artisan for like
Tanning.
tanning, but Barthen's Provisions, as you recall, has manuals. I forget what the names of it were, but you can look at the new. I think it
Oh,
was the new menu that I provided to you, but that
Mhm.
you can learn any particular skill if that was your goal. And assuming
I
book hobbies for dummies series.
yes.
I-
And we're
I
all
f-
patrons.
It's so funny because I
True.
almost I almost bought that when I saw it. I was like, this might be funny, and I was like, you know what? No, I don't need to waste my money. So, all right,
Now you gotta go for days.
yeah, I'll
There are two people that
get one
Trigal
tomorrow.
wants to talk to
Okay.
at this gathering. Um, the first person, if she's there, I'd like to talk to Sister Grail, and maybe I'll look over at Sky or at Barry and try to pull them into this conversation as well. Um, and uh, I will say, Sister, we were successful in our mission at Cragmaw Castle, but it nearly killed us. We understand that you have attempted to resolve the issue with the Banshee, but something has perhaps gone wrong.
Yeah, you see her like just kind of standing in the corner. Like she showed up to like show face and support, but like are not is not partaking in the drinking and just kind of looking at everybody with a scrutinizing eye as she kind of snaps out of it when you talk. Yes, yeah, I forgot that that is exactly why I was here to. I'm sure you got my message, but um, yes, I had somebody within the Harbors, I think is what she said she was from. Right?
Mhm.
Boy, oh boy. Let's see. So, word. Wayne's costume. Sorry, ignore me. Yes. um, yes. A colleague of mine from my organization of the Harpers, um, which I believe I disclosed to you, but now you know if you didn't know. uh, he was willing to lend a helping hand. So, uh, fortunately, and thank you for passing off the comb. I gave him the same details. He's made his way, but I mean that was almost right after you left, and I haven't seen him in well about a fortnight. So
Hmm.
I'm worried about him. He is known for getting the job done, and he's certainly capable. So I'm worried that the Banshee might have been a little bit more of a handful than I originally anticipated. So I was, if I could have implored for you to maybe continue to help me on that errand, and hopefully
Well,
find my friend.
it it is of special importance to me because, as a follower of Kelemvor, I abhor all undead, and you know this spirit, this banshee spirit, needs to be put to rest. Um, I would like to rid the world of this undead if I can. Um, Now, I recall that there was an issue with a spell book, and somehow
Yes.
a transaction with this comb might elicit information about the spell book, but I don't recall if you told us exactly what we need to ask the Banshee.
Uh, so the Harpers are aware of. Let me go back to the description. Yeah, just yes. So the Harpers were tasking me and my compatriot, as I instilled onto him, uh, to find the location of a spell book that belonged to the legendary mage named Bowgentle. I don't know much further than that, but I never I never question, what the Harpers say. It's always in the name of good. That's as much as I have. That knowing this was seemed to be a last-ditch effort to ask a banshee of all things. I agree with you. I
So
abhor the
your
undead.
your understanding is we offer the comb to this Agatha, and we just ask if she knows anything about Bogentle's spellbook. It's as simple as that.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
and I can see where that might sound a little weird, but I don't know if I ever clarified. This is no mere bauble or just regular comb. This is uh, what is rumored to be this banshee's previous life's item. So there was some correlation that maybe she would answer a question if she can have something of her past life. Maybe that will set her to rest. That's what I would hope. Hence why I
That
elicited
would
your
be
service.
that would be my hope as well. Um, if that does not work, perhaps I can counsel her that going to Kalimvor could uh, help answer her questions. And if that does not work, then perhaps we have to send her to Kalimvor, whether she wants to go or not.
Yeah.
But we will deal with that. And hopefully we will find the information on this spell book for the organization.
Nif's
Yes,
gonna
that
come
would be.
bursting in and be like, "Hey, sister, glad you came. You want some steak?"
She looks at the steak and uh, kind of nods her head.
Just try a
She
piece and
acknowledges it, but is like, "No, I'm
I'm
okay. I
telling you,
ate before I got here."
you try a piece and you think of the best steak you ever eaten. It tastes just like it. It's amazing.
Well, the thing is, I'm vegetarian, so
Oh, all right, I'll be back. I'm gonna go wherever Barry is and try and grab some roughage from wherever he's eating.
And as Nif runs
Eating some
off,
like lake kelp.
yeah, as Nif runs off, I'll say to Sister Grail, he really does mean well. He's
I
very
understand.
handy. He's very handy in a fight.
That's good to know. I mean, it's nice to see that I don't know, you're a positively diverse group of adventurers and that you're accepting of all walks of life, as I would only hope someone of faith would be. So it's good to know that I've entrusted help in good hands.
Well, in the Temple of Kalimvor, we see all of the species. They all come
In
to
death.
Kalimvor in the end.
Well, maybe again one day we can discuss uh, both our faiths. It's always a good, challenging conversation, right? To see other
Yes.
views, but also consider, challenge your own based off of what's been
You
discussed.
know, life and
So,
death are intertwined, and making life, could lead you to learning new things about death.
so is this what Nif is just like
As he
leaning
comes
over
back with
on
some
Trigal
half
saying?
chewed roughage because I just took it right out of Barry's mouth. Like, here you go.
So rude, bro.
Again, I ate before, but she takes the plate and acts like she's going to eat it.
Hey,
Thank
get
you.
something to drink too. It's a party.
I abstain, but I appreciate the offer. I'm
Man,
just glad to be here. Glad that you all are okay, and glad that you can possibly assist me.
I'm just gonna like smile and just kind of wander off.
And
So what is everybody else doing? Well, we'll pause if you wanted to continue, Trigal.
no,
Just
no, no. I'll talk to somebody else after somebody else goes.
okay. Anybody trying to seek out someone in particular?
Oh, you said. Oh, go
Uh,
ahead.
I see Kyle raising your hand.
Oh, I wanted to search out Myrna, and I'm going to, if she's there.
She's there. Her children are not.
Oh, okay.
It
Never
being
mind
that
then.
it's nighttime, they're presumably in bed at home. But she seems to be in a lot uh, better of a mental state. Granted, you can see an air about her that she's kind of just putting up a front, but at least it's better than it was beforehand, where she was trying to cover up her sorrow and everything, and you saw through the lines quite clearly.
Mm. Um, Mirna,
Read between the lines. That's the words.
I hope you and your children are doing well.
Um,
Is the home okay?
oh, we're we're coming along, to say the least. Thank you for you know being kind and following up with that. But um, yeah, and hold on, give me one damn second. It's like as I'm starting up
I
my
I
PN Smith search through things.
I
But
know the
yes,
devastation created by the Red Brands is a lot more than what you or your family needed. And
yeah.
I know we dealt with that threat, but my apologies are still here. And I want to hand her a pouch with 15 gold pieces. And I do hope from all of us that this can assist you and your children even after all that has occurred.
Well, she takes the pouch. That's very kind. Um, Thank you so much. It has been difficult with my husband not being here, but in addition, his absence has stopped any income for the household, and fortunately, we're making by. It takes a village, as they say. Everybody here has been very kind, but this is definitely very much appreciated. At least, we can pay for things and kind of give back to the generosity of those in the town. Which reminds me, actually, um, I know I mentioned before finding out about the terrible news that, just for, helping me and my children escape that terrible nightmare, that even though we didn't have much to give and still do not, I would actually want to offer a family heirloom, per se, but it's not on me. But I can give you a destination of it, and if you find it, it's all yours. It's worth quite its weight in gold. It's like an old necklace of sorts, and not cursed or anything. I see you're give me a little bit of a look there. It's an emerald necklace, simple as that. Um,
I wasn't thinking about curses, but now that you mention it, now I'm afraid that it is.
So I'm
I've
not even
offered
gonna
the
have to,
test too much.
you don't have to roll an insight check. I realized I was more so going off of Garrett's look, but it's not cursed.
I was like,
Uh,
what's this lady up to?
she's not lying. Yeah, but you can definitely tell she's being very truthful. She didn't mention the whole curse thing. I guess I
First
was just
necklace.
reacting. Yeah. But it's an
Cursed with
emerald
quotes.
necklace that my old yeah, before Phandelin, we moved here out of the tragedy 30 years ago with Thunder Tree. But in our old urban alchemy shop, we took what we could, and I know that the heirloom is still there. As well, when we unpacked, finally getting to Phandelin, it wasn't there. So I was gonna make my way there at some point to retrieve this heirloom, because it is been passed down generation to generation. But I'm not one to keep things like that. I don't have uh what's the word I'm looking for? Nostalgia? Not nostalgia. Whatever.
Sentimental.
Yes.
Sentimental. Thank you. I'm not sentimental in that way. So I figure if for saving our lives, it's worth letting you have that heirloom.
The Thunder Tree. I've looked at some maps of the region. I've never seen that town. Is it occupied?
Oh, but nowadays I believe um there is a druid that takes up there. I don't recall his name, but I believe so. In general, nobody. It's ruin. A green dragon, some 30 years ago,
Oh,
um, terrorized the region in general, but Thunder Tree was left in ruin after an attack some point in the middle of the night. Fortunately, we made it off with our lives, grabbed what we could to get out of there, and I'm not sure about who else survived, but fortunately, my family and I did. But
well,
I'd say if you do go, just keep your eyes peeled. The
sure.
dragon
Do
might still
dragon.
be there, but that was 30 years ago. I don't think dragons would stick around. But seek out the
Well,
druid. I know druids are always good people. As she like nods to
yes.
um, Barry.
I I
Sup?
I do know that
Shut up, bro.
I thank you for this information. But if it's only been 30 years, dragons are long-lived creatures, and if it staked its claim to that region, my fear is it is its region now.
Bust in holding a stake. Yo, we killed a dragon?
I I
Oh,
I think we may have information on a dragon.
Nice. Hey, Murda, want some steak? You try a
I'm
piece?
gonna
Uh,
I'm gonna put my
Thank you.
hand over and be like, Miana, it is not beef steak,
It could be. Think of beef while eating it.
but it is not.
hmm,
I,
I will continue to just drink beer, liquid diet tonight.
nice.
Cheers.
Nice. Save
I
room
will
for more
Cheers.
say
beer.
there
Good
is
job.
some wonderful salad created by Barry over there. It's
Hey,
wonderful.
how are the kids? Did
Delectable.
the little boy? What was his name? Does anyone remember?
I think
I
Kieran.
don't.
Hey, did he ever find out?
Hey,
You gave him a
what's
present.
your
Did you ever
kid's
find
name?
out what it was for?
uh, sorry, were you talking to me?
Yes.
You said what?
They said, I gave your son a present, and his job is to find out what it's good for. Did he find out yet?
Yeah, you gave him like a key or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Did he find out what it goes to yet?
Of course not. He's a child.
Ah, he's
Um,
gonna look harder.
well, he hasn't found it. I will say it's given him a sense of ambition and adventure.
There you
As
go.
everywhere we go, he attempts to put this key in every keyhole. So
There you
I
go.
guess I thank you for
Hey, keep him
this.
away from the brothel.
Stupid.
It's gonna wander off.
I will certainly do so. Um,
Who wants some steaks?
I will be sure that Nars never sees a
What? I don't think I've ever
brothel.
heard
I
your
found
kid's
the
name
name.
before. His name's
Yeah.
Nars.
Nars.
Nars?
Oh God, you
And
gotta give him
Nars.
a good nickname.
It's like an
Oh,
Australian.
oh.
No.
Oh,
Nars.
definitely
Oh,
Oh.
Nars.
Multiple nose.
What's
Nars.
what was
he's
what was
going
the
to
Nars.
the
husband's
X
name?
Games.
Yeah,
He's
and
like
then the
shredding
other
some
child is
Nars.
Nilsa.
Oh my God. What was the
Char-
husband's name?
Steve.
Steve. Yeah, I don't
Whatever
know if
his
they
name
ever
was,
gave
you
a.
rename the kid after him. Unless that one's dumb too.
Oh no, his name is.
Well, I'll
His name is
take that
Sight.
into consideration.
No, you
But
can't
if
call him
anything,
Nars.
it might be
Our
fruitful.
Nars.
Oh.
It
No,
might.
Nars is short for gnarly, like sick.
Ah, there you go. Call him Gnarly.
Like just
Barry's got a good idea. You
Nars.
like druids. That was his idea.
I give up on trying to find the husband's name, so whatever.
Thal.
Um, was
Corpse.
that Thel?
Thal.
Well, there you go.
Fell. That's a bit better. It's not
It's
nar.
like I did. If anything, next time I run a damn module from Roll20, I'm just gonna have like multiple
List.
sheets of just lists of various things, like
Uh-huh.
items and where to be found in locations, uh, NPC names.
Everyone's name ever.
Yeah, because what doesn't help too, right, is like out of the box, a lot of the named NPCs are mentioned in text but don't have a token or anything. So technically, my reference is this folder that says named NPCs. So I just scroll through there and look for the
Yep.
Dendrars. None of them are there uh, because I custom made for the map. Anyways, I digress. And
Either way.
she chimes in like, "Well, I'm not sure the dragon is there. It might be a good idea to work with Mr. Alderleaf. I believe he used to be an adventurer. Maybe he has more information."
Huh.
But other than that, yeah, if you do decide to make your way to Thunder Tree, um, it's in the alchemy shop. Um, while it is in ruin, I think you can probably make out where that is. Um, I would only imagine an emerald necklace is still intact, so it's all yours. Um, and again, thank you for saving our lives, and thank you for following up with my, how my family's doing. We're gonna make by, but she uh, kind of continues to just look at her mug and smile, but and continue drinking. She's
Back
just
into
kind of like
NPC mode.
yeah,
Yeah.
back in NPC mode exactly. So yeah, right. Just continues, Ragnar, and Barry, are you doing anything in particular, or shall we proceed with plans to move into the next day?
Me.
Barry is just spending his time researching um like any kind of notes that he's taken, and he wants to try to attempt to make a potion of healing from some of the herbs that he's collected.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing.
All right. So I would say, if anything, that being that, shoot, you guys slept, traveled a couple of days. I think it's reasonable that you showed up probably afternoon time, carried on with the party, and another night had occurred. So technically, I guess a full night's rest per se. So if you wanted to stay up a little bit longer to do just that, that's fine. Also, um, I don't know where the note. I thought I had notes on what each room was, but this middle room is essentially
The library.
your like alchemy station. Yeah, there's like books. Um, excuse me, the alchemy station I think is up there, but there's various crafting stations that have been kind of set up for those that are interested for downtime activities. But uh, I didn't even think about it. Time kind of flew with this short little RP session, but it is the end of our session. I just like glanced at the clock, like, whoa.
Oh,
So I think that's a perfect way to end it. So we're Barry's, I guess, making a potion. In general, just friendly reminder to you all as players, being that you have a compound now. If you're familiar with like I already forgot what I just said, but it's in Xanathar's guides of like basically non-playable time if you wanted to expend
Beeping.
like yeah, if you wanted to do any sort of activity like that, feel free to let me know before the next session. Um, with that being said, though, it is our end of session here. I know I mentioned it at halftime, but if you haven't already, go ahead and check out aotorlando.com to check out our next events. We have a paint and sip coming up this weekend. We also, on Saturday, I believe, have an event at D's Bros, which we have multiple seats still open. So check it out. It's an awesome brewery, has fantastic
Sunday.
beer. Sunday, thank you. Fantastic beer. We're playing D&D. I don't think we're showcasing an event or a tabletop role playing game there, but But go ahead and check that out. As usual, keep on with our Twitch schedule, on the lookout for any one shots that we might have for some other systems, because for at least the stream, this is the only D&D one, other than when we have to run one shots and can't make the weekly sessions. And then yes, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/adventures on tap. And I know that's a lot of information, but go ahead and check those out. Donate to charity. Be awesome. Continue being awesome. And we'll see you next week on Wednesday at 7:30. Have a good night. Peace.